1 out of 10 Belgians is living with diabetes. 1 out of 3 is living with undiagnosed diabetes. As of the latest estimate, over 537 million adults, that is between the ages of 20 and 79 worldwide, have diabetes. This number is expected to rise to 643 million by 2030 and 783 million by 2045, according to the International Diabetes Federation. But did you know that understanding what diabetes is and knowing what the causes of diabetes are can help to prevent this number from increasing and also help to effectively manage diabetes? Hi everyone, welcome to Diabetes Mindful Talks. My name is Mirabe Kono, your online diabetes educator. And today I will be answering the question on what is diabetes and what are the causes of diabetes. But first, if you are new to my channel, I share information and tips on how to manage diabetes type 2. So if you are newly diagnosed or you know someone who has diabetes, or still you just want to improve your knowledge on diabetes, please click on the subscribe button and put on your notification bell so that you will not miss out on any uploads. As I mentioned, today we are going to be talking about what is diabetes and what are the causes of diabetes. So diabetes is a chronic condition that affects millions of people worldwide. With diabetes, the body has problems in using the sugar that is found in blood. And as a result of this, there is constant high sugar found in the blood. Before you ask me how come there is sugar in the blood, let me give you the answer. When you eat food, especially foods that contains carbohydrate, this food is being broken down in the small intestine and converted into sugar. And through the cell walls, this sugar is being absorbed into the bloodstream. It is very normal for sugar to be found in our blood because our body uses it as its main source of energy so that our body cells can function correctly. But the problem is when this sugar cannot be used by the body cells, and that is what causes diabetes. For people who have diabetes, this blood sugar remains in their bloodstream instead of it to be used by their body cells as energy. And this is because of lack of insulin or the production of insufficient insulin. So now, what is insulin? Of course, you are right to ask that question. Insulin is a hormone that is being produced in the beta cell of the pancreas, an organ that is found just beside the stomach. The function of this insulin is for it to remove this sugar out of the bloodstream and send it into our body cells so that you can use it as energy to function properly, whether to think, to walk, to dance, to do anything. You need this energy. So insulin is seen in this case as a key that is used to open your cell doors so that sugar can leave your bloodstream into your cells. But because you have diabetes, it means that either your body is not producing this insulin, which is typically the case for people who have diabetes type 1 because their immune system has decided to destroy the insulin producing cells of the pancreas. So these people don't make insulin, and as a result of this, people with diabetes type 1 constantly have high blood sugar level. For people with diabetes type 2, their pancreas is still producing this insulin, but the problem is that their pancreas is producing just a little amount of this insulin, which is not enough to take all the sugar from their bloodstream into their cells. Or their pancreas is producing enough insulin, but their body is not just using this insulin well, which is known as insulin resistance. Now that you understand what diabetes is, let us go ahead to find out what is actually making some people to have diabetes. There are two main types of diabetes, which is diabetes type 1 and diabetes type 2. But also we have the gestational diabetes, which mostly happens with women who are pregnant. And most often after their pregnancy, this diabetes disappears. We hear people talking about diabetes type 1. What is the cause of diabetes type 1? Like I made mention before, diabetes type 1 is an autoimmune condition, which means that the body's immune system has attacked and destroyed the insulin producing cell known as the beta cell. And as a result of this, the pancreas is no longer producing insulin. So people who have diabetes type 1 constantly need to live with artificial insulin, while the immune system attacks and destroys the insulin producing cell, which is known as the beta cell, is exactly unknown. But it is believed that genetics and environmental factors plays a great role. The causes of diabetes type 2 are greatly influenced by genetics and lifestyle. The most common factors that causes diabetes type 2 are: 1. Insulin resistance. Insulin resistance means that your body cells are resistant to use insulin. In this case, your body is producing insulin, but your body cells are just not able to use this insulin. Another common factor that causes diabetes type 2 is genetics, which is a family history. So if you have someone in your family, for instance, if your father or your mother or your grandmother had diabetes, it means that you can easily have diabetes because you have a DNA or you have a gene of diabetes running in you. The third factor that is also responsible for diabetes type 2 is obesity. For people who are obese or for people who have excessive fat around their abdominal area, these people can easily have diabetes type 2 because of insulin resistance. The fat around your abdominal area prevents your body cells from using insulin effectively. As a result of this, these people will tend to have high blood sugar, causing diabetes type 2. The fourth factor that causes diabetes type 2 is lack of physical activity. Lack of physical activity can contribute to insulin resistance, and this is because when you exercise, your muscles uses the sugar that is found in your bloodstream for energy. But going on without exercise means that your muscles cannot use this sugar effectively, and also lack of exercise can cause weight gain, which in return will lead to insulin resistance. The fifth cause of diabetes type 2 is poor diet. Consuming processed food and unhealthy fat can lead to increase in weight, which can also cause insulin resistance and eventually leads to diabetes type 2. The number 6 factor that causes diabetes type 2 is age. This is but normal. The more older you become, the more likely it is for you to develop diabetes type 2. This is because when you become older, your pancreas also functions slowly. So your pancreas will be producing just a little bit of insulin, which will not be able to remove the sugar that is found inside your bloodstream to your body cells, and as a result of this will leave you with high blood sugar levels, which will eventually cause you to have diabetes type 2. By understanding what diabetes is and the various causes of diabetes, we all can take proactive measures to prevent and better manage diabetes, thereby reducing the number of affected people with diabetes as estimated in the beginning of this video. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to Diabetes Mindful Talk for more diabetes information and tips.